into the parts of your bodies touching the earth. And starting with the practice of grounding. And so from your feet or from your crown, using that internal awareness to scan the body. Feel the curves of your back, the angles of your arms and your legs. And then become aware of the top of your body, the body that is connected to the sky, to the air. And beginning to deepen your breath down into your low belly, connecting these two energies of rootedness, spaciousness, grounding, opening. Finding that even opening of your breath, evenly opening every part of your body. On the inhale, feeling a sense of floating upward. On the exhale, feel a sense of melting into the earth. I'm spending a few more moments connecting breath, body, and your awareness of it all. The heart, the space that you're in. And as slowly as you can, start to bring your knees to touch. So if your legs are already pointing upwards, you've got a short distance. If your knees have been open, taking your time. Once your knees touch, your heel toe and your feet as wide as your yoga mat. So feeling half of your foot on, half of your foot off of the yoga mat, right and left. And then when you feel ready, start to drop the knees one side and then to the other side, windshield wiping the legs. Benching one more round, side to side. And then allowing the knees to point up like peaks of the mountains. And bring your feet sit bone width distance apart. Start to reach your arms like a snow angel up over past the crown of your head, stretching your arms away from your hips, long, lengthened side bodies. And then sweep your arms back down nice and slow and make connection with hands to thighs. Just pause there and take a breath into your belly, big lift of the abdominals, and on an exhale, push your belly down and start to peel your head, shoulders back off of the earth. Once your hands meet your knees, using some support of your arms to come up to a seated position. Hands slide to shins and begin to cat-cow through your back. Finding your own expression of cat-cow. Maybe you go a little bit more gentle or big and expansive, just depending on how your back feels today. And the next time that you come to a long extended spine, start to slide your hands down your shins towards your ankles and just bow over your legs. Allowing your chin to come towards your chest, open up between your shoulder blades, back of your shoulders, maybe wiggle a little bit, settling in. And starting to stack your spine one vertebrae at a time. If your eyes have been closed, just a slow opening of the eyes. And we'll scoot the hips over to the left slightly and then rotate over onto that bolster. So a couple options before you go there. You can lie on your side like this, or you can rotate all the way around, sternum on top, and rotate your head around either direction with your head, whatever is comfortable for your neck. I'll hold that for a few moments, just wringing out the spine. And if you're not comfortable, perhaps you're wiggling around a little bit until you find a little more comfort. And just allowing the breath to work through the different angles of the body as the body detoxifies and releases. Taking one more minute. If you need to adjust anything, your legs, your torso, your head, and your neck, doing that here. Allowing your neck spine held to inspire some movement, hands on your shoulders. Help yourself up halfway, still staying on that side. We're going into a quadricep stretch, or you can just send that top leg back. So again, sending it back, you could lean on your side, you could come up, or you could grab the foot. This is just a short hold. taking another full breath, visualizing the breath creating space through your quadriceps. And then if you're holding the foot, releasing, slowly coming back to center, hips back to center. And we'll meet in Baddha Konasana. Feet together, just shake the legs out a little bit. And next inhale, reaching arms to sky, reaching, touching the clouds. Exhale, bowing forward until you feel a stretch and pausing there. Perhaps closing your eyes and taking your attention to your hips. Finding a gentler version of Baddha Konasana than you might do in like a vinyasa or at the end of a hatha class. And just gently working into some sensation. And next, inhale, using your hands to walk back and sit up nice and tall. Big inhale there. And on an exhale, we'll transition to the other side. So you've got either that side lying position, and legs can be stacked, or you can stagger the legs, sternum on top, rotate the head in either direction that feels good. And closing the eyes, and what's so beautiful about a practice like this is the slowing down really helps us get into the awareness of where we are mentally, physically, emotionally. And so without any judgment of whatever you're feeling or whatever comes to your awareness, just holding space for anything you notice to move through you like a wave. This next minute is an opportunity to check in, see if you need to make any adjustments in your position, and then settling in, really softening, melting like ice cream on a sidewalk on a hot summer day, just spreading out, feeling your body expand. Next inhale invites us into that side position as we hold in. Again, you're welcome to lie on the bolster still and just send that right leg back. Or you could come up to a forearm and grab the foot, or up to your hand and just breathing into those quads. Yep. And perhaps moving that right hip a little bit until you find a good supportive opening for your quadriceps. And before you come all the way back to center, we'll move the props around. So you'll move your blanket for a second. Take your bolster just off to the side and your block off to the side. And then adjusting your blanket so that it's flat. And then now we'll come back to center and have a seat in Dandasana. Taking another inhale to lengthen up through the spine and a little bit of a deeper bow. You could use your props here if you wanted. You could take your bolster, your block, and lay on it like that, and really relax into it. Or you can always bend your knees more and go back to that other option we did earlier. And so finding a position where you feel supported and you also feel a gentle opening. I'm just taking 5 more breaths. Feeling your back body expand like a balloon. And as you exhale, a settling in, a softening, a releasing sensation. Next inhale brings awareness to the sits bones and then up the spine as you sit up nice and tall. We'll take the bolster behind us and offer a back bend. So the pillow the block is as a pillow, and so you can take it at any height that feels good. The highest height, second height, lowest height is a pretty big back bend. Arms can go wherever's comfortable. You could reach them overhead. That's a pretty big shoulder stretch. You can have your hands on your heart, your belly, one hand on heart, one hand on belly, your arms to the sides of your bolster. And so maybe moving through a few options there until you find one that feels appropriate for your body today. Legs can be straight, they can be wide, they can be bent again, especially if your low back is tight. Bend your knees, push into your feet, and tuck your tailbone, create more length in your low back. So take a few moments to adjust. This is our longest hold so far. It will be 3 minutes. So really taking the time to find what's comfortable for you. Starting to move a little bit. You can windshield wipe your knees. You can stretch your arms overhead. And then slowly rolling over to one side, helping yourself up. And we'll transition to the bolster under the knees this time. We're done with the blocks. You can just set it off to the side unless you need it for your head. So we'll do a couple more poses. We'll start with the legs a little bit wider than hips. You're taking your right foot into your left knee. So it's a lion tree pose. Take your hands to the front of your hips, called the ASIS, anterior superior iliac spine of the hips. And you're just placing the heels of your palms on those bony parts and then the fingertips towards the pubic bone. And just focusing on those what we call lower chakras that help ground and connect you to the earth. So visualizing your pelvis like a root bowl, grounded into the earth, rooting. You can think of also the different bulbs on the trees. The trees sometimes have these little bulbs, if you look real closely at the beginning of spring on the branches. And it's they actually start in the fall and then they develop through the winter, and underneath are the little baby leaves. And so sometimes some trees have them like little Brussels sprouts, layered leaves. And then the tree has a natural chemical that helps open up that hole, and then the leaves start to expose themselves. So beautiful time, spring, to think about what's emerging for you in your life, what you want to cultivate, tune into, and nurture. So taking a few more breaths to your hips, thinking about what you want to nurture in this new season. And begin to slide your hands over your heart, one hand on top of the other, and switching your legs, straighten out the right, and the left foot comes in. And so sending that intention, whatever you want to nurture, whatever you want to focus on, could just be being more present, and then drawing that up into your heart space. begin to straighten out your left leg, let your arms unfurl like new leaves, exposing themselves on the tree. And then pausing in this Shavasana corpse pose, final relaxation pose, and we'll remain here for the remainder of class. And so if you need to move around a little bit, wiggle around to settle in more, doing all those adjustments now. If you need another blanket or if you need an eye pillow or anything like that, you can wave me down and I'm happy to get any other props that you might need. And so Yoga Nidra is simply just a body scan, bringing awareness from head to toes. And so I'll go very slowly through this guided meditation. And again, if you doze off or your mind kind of takes you off on a tangent, just surrendering to that, allowing that to happen. If you can keep awareness in this moment without falling asleep, that's recommended but not expected. And so starting with the crown of the head, the forehead begins to soften and smooth out. Feel the right temple and the left temple. Right eyeball heavy in its socket, eyelid soft over the eye. The left eyeball heavy in its socket, the left eyelid soft like a blanket over the eye. Feeling the air coming in through your right nostril, your left nostril. Feeling your sinuses expand and become spacious. Feel your right cheekbone. Left cheekbone. Upper jaw, relax. Lower jaw, relax.
Tongue heavy in your mouth. And fill your right ear, left ear. And back of the neck, muscles of the throat soften. Right collarbone, left collarbone. Right shoulder, upper arm, right elbow, lower arm, wrist, top of the hand, center of the palm. Right thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky finger. Left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, wrist, top of the hand, center of the palm, left thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. Upper back, chest, mid back, belly, low back, right hip, upper leg, right knee, lower leg, ankle, top of foot, sole of foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Left hip, upper leg, left knee, lower leg, ankle, top of foot, sole of foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Body fully and completely relaxed. Allowing the gentle sound of the chime slowly invite your attention back into the room and into your body. And start to deepen your breath. Feel your toe tips and your fingertips and begin to slowly move them around. Start to bend your elbows, lifting your hands so you can rotate your wrists one direction and the other direction. Moving your head and your shoulders a little bit more, bending one knee a little deeper, one at a time, and eventually rolling over to your left side, making a pillow with your arms, bending your knees. You can just use your feet to push your bolster away from you, and pause in nurturing pose for several more breaths. And just like those little baby leaves under that protective little shell, that little bump on the tree branch, acknowledging what you want to bring about into this world. That could be something more tangible, physical, it could be something spiritual, emotional, love, joy, awareness, patience. So tuning into what you want to vibrate, connect to, align with. And as you start to wiggle once again, keeping your eyes closed, keeping your awareness inward as you start to press your arms into the earth, coming into a seated position, facing the front of the room here towards me. And then landing again in your heart space with the hands in Anjali Mudra, the hand gesture of positivity, and bowing into the heart, allowing the space for whatever is there. It could feel heavy, it could feel dark, it could feel light, whatever your heart is holding, just allowing that sense of permission to be as you are today. And so as we bow our heads, just acknowledging the inner teacher guiding us, directing us. And I feel that the practice of yoga nidra and the slowing down, meditation, gives us an opportunity to become more clear with where we're going, clear in who we are and what we want to manifest. So Thank you for slowing down today to connect with yourself, and have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. Namaste.
Anybody get a